Hello everyone, welcome to the Matacrit. This is Matthew Amway. And as you notice, I am wearing headphones as this microphone I have requires me to wear them. Before I start this episode, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell to be notified of any episodes at the bottom of this video or blog post. Thank you. And in this episode of the Matacrit, we'll be the audio version of Star Wars, Stories of Jedi and the Sith by Disney Lucasfilm Press, copyrighted in 2022, that you can get at Amazon or get at your local library. The story came out at the time when Obi-Wan Kenobi series was released on Disney+. I reviewed this series on my channel. These are collections of stories of Jedi and the Sith that go from the prequels to the sequel trilogy. Each chapter in this book is short stories, and they tell a story from the perspective of time and space that it takes place in that story. I'll explain each story in the different parts of this episode. These will have stories from Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and it'll have one going to Rey as well. This is an excellent listen, and it does have a book to read if you want to read that as well. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Thank you. I'll give you a rating of these short stories at the end of this episode. I hope this episode inspires you to read, watch, and learn. I want to say thank you to those who signed up for Patreon as an excellent way to support the channel. I have a new challenge to inspire you to sign up and help support the channel. If 10 or more people sign up at Patreon at $10 or higher, I'll give you a shirt. This means I'll make $100 or more on this channel if 10 or more of you sign up at $10 or higher. The shirt will be a surprise, so you must sign up to get it. The question is why you should sign up for Patreon. Easy. It'll give this channel streams of income, and you as the patron have a say in this channel. You can recommend to me what content you like me to do. Not only that, but you can also have skin in the game. You're invested in this channel. If that does not work for you, you can purchase super stickers at the bottom of this video, or you can sign up for YouTube members. All of this will help the channel. It does not mean if I hit 50 more people to sign up for Patreon at $10 higher, I'll not hire a video editor. I will. I just need to see if I can encourage 10 more people to sign up for Patreon at $10 or higher. Even you will get a shirt once I hit that mark. Even if you're a Patreon, you can upgrade your membership to $10 or higher. You'll be in the running to get a shirt once 10 more people sign up on Patreon at $10 or higher. Even foreign patrons who come back, if that patron signs up at $10 or higher, will be in the running for that shirt. You want to do this as soon as possible. Thank you. The first story starts with a young boy who wanted to be a Jedi, but he lived below the ground literally. He was considered vermin and not worthy of any status. This is something he wants to change and hopes to become a Jedi. He was considered a thief, and the girl who was the same age as him. The girl and the boy are both 14 years old. She tells him that you must do more to prove that you are a Jedi. The boy feels that he must prove something and hopes he can prove it to Master Yoda. He sees Master Yoda, but the Jedi Temple guards are after criminals that came from underground. He runs as he is afraid they will arrest him if he stays. He runs and gets clothes from a shop that makes him look like a Jedi. He confronts the criminals that were trying to take the same 14-year-old girl, and he rescues her. She thanks him, and later she stands up for him when the temple guard wants to arrest him. Master Yoda tells the boy when he thinks that it is not a Rupert that makes a Jedi, it is desire to learn. Master Yoda tells the girl, he will be your student. The girl and the boy, ironically, both come from the underground. They have a lot in common, and this will be an interesting relationship. The story will consist of Qui-Gon Jinn, and he was sent by the Jedi Council to help with the recovery of a young Jedi that has lost her way. He must go to this planet and rescue her. Ironically, Qui-Gon Jinn is lost as he is upset with his old master, who is Count Dooku, who strayed from the path. He must figure out how to not let this cloud his judgment. This will not be easy for Qui-Gon Jinn, but he must do this. This girl depends on him to rescue her. He must deal with a queen that is difficult to deal with. He gets help, but he is betrayed by one of the queen's soldiers. He must figure out how to get her out. He does, and the story will end the way if the reader will think it will. I may not remember all the stories in order, as this had 12 chapters. This book contains 11 different short stories in this book. This is understandable as I may not remember the exact order of this book. This may be the third or fourth story in this book. One of the stories consists of an adventure that Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi take. They are on this planet and they stumble upon a girl and a boy who are stranded and are about to be killed by the droid army. They rescued this girl and her younger brother, who is 6 years old, and is telling his older sister that he can sense his family. He tells her he can sense where his parents are. She tells him, Mom and Dad are dead, there is no hope in finding them. She believes that her brother cannot possess the Force since he is not a Jedi. Anakin Skywalker believes the 6-year-old boy and encourages Obi-Wan Kenobi, we must look for their parents. Obi-Wan Kenobi tells the girl that the Force resides in all living things. It is not impossible to think that this boy might be right about this. Both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker agree this is worth the risk, and they must find the parents of these two children. And they find the children's parents and rescue them. This story proves that no one is too young to make a difference. It is good that Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi encouraged the 6-year-old boy that he is not too young to do so. This is a lesson for the older sister, as one is never too young to make a difference. This is the lesson that this young girl learns. If I had to guess her age, I would say that she is at least 14 years old. The girl reading the story sounds as old. Maybe the 4th or 5th story in this book. This is where one of the Jedi is doubting why the Jedi are fighting in the Clone War. The story is after the Battle of Geonosis. This Jedi has nightmares about this battle. It is understandable that she has PTSD. She wonders if it makes sense for the Jedi to be fighting in the Clone War. As one of the other Jedi tells her, if we do not stop the Separatists here, it will only create more problems to the galaxy. She must trust that the Jedi are on the right side of history here. It is not easy, but one must do what is necessary. She must understand what she must do, but she still has doubts about the Jedi fighting the Clone War. Maybe the 5th or 6th story in this book. Darth Maul is searching for the Sith Temple. The Sith Temple has powers and artifacts that he could use to destroy his enemies. He's having visions of others that are dead. He did not die against Obi-Wan Kenobi in the battle on Naboo. He is alive. This is explained in Rebels why he's looking for the Sith Temple. He believes if he can destroy his enemies, this will vindicate what happened to him. He wants to destroy Obi-Wan Kenobi and his old master, who at this point in time is called Emperor Palpatine. He sees Qui-Gon Jinn, and Qui-Gon Jinn tells him, what will happen when you get your revenge? Will this be it, or will there be a new enemy? Revenge is an addiction and is a poison, as it will poison your heart, and you will always want another enemy destroyed. This is the lesson this story teaches. This may be the 6th or 7th story in this book. Darth Vader searches for a rebel amongst the Empire on a planet that the Empire needs to funnel their military operations. Darth Vader is upset amongst the Imperial officers who oversees this operation. He tells her, you have an insurgent amongst you. She tells him, that is impossible. She tells him, she would know if an insurgent exists amongst them. Darth Vader tells her, you lack imagination. Darth Vader looks for the rebel insurgent, and he encounters a creature that is half cat and half dragon. Darth Vader kills that creature before that creature can kill Darth Vader. Darth Vader encounters the insurgent and is a teenage Wookiee. Wookiees can live to be 200 years old. She could be 50 years old and be considered a teenager. She works to destroy the dam to disable the Empire. She has a fight with Darth Vader. It will be a challenge, but not impossible. She, with the help of the rebels, will do just that in turn to destroying the dam and hurting the Empire in the process. Darth Vader will be mad, to say the least. This may be the 7th or 8th story in this book. Luke Skywalker will be on a planet called Hoth, and he is with a guy that's hard to deal with. This story takes place between New Hope and the Empire Strikes Back. He thinks that all Jedi cause more problems than they solve. They get trapped when ice falls and get trapped in a cave in. Luke does not have his lightsaber as it was being treated for pathogens. That is understandable. The Rebel Alliance does not want any pathogens that can harm life on the planet. Luke Skywalker feels that he might have helped him if he had access to his weapons. He must use the Force to get them out of the cave-in. Luke makes a joke that this guy never smiled in his life. He was one of those that is serious and never can take a joke or even laugh. This is a fun and funny story. The reader will enjoy this story. This may be the 8th or 9th story in this book. Emperor Palpatine sits in his throne room on the Death Star, as this will take place at the time of Return of the Jedi. He can remember the scene back in Revenge of the Sith when he fought Master Yoda. Master Yoda thought he could take him on, but this is a mistake as Master Yoda learns that he is stronger than he thought. Master Yoda later flees to his home of Dagobah. It will return to the scene in Return of the Jedi, and he tells Luke that it is time to die as he will be going into ever sleep. Luke tells Master Yoda, "You cannot die." Master Yoda tells Luke, "Strong I am with the Force, but not that strong. That is the way of things, the way of the Force." Yoda warns Luke not to underestimate the powers of the Emperor. He lets Luke know that there is another Skywalker. The Emperor is in the throne room, will sense that Master Yoda died, and Yoda will appear in front of the Emperor. This is right before Luke and Darth Vader come into the throne room. The story will end here. This will be the 11th story of this book. Poe and Rey are on a supply run for the Resistance. They are getting supplies such as clothes and food to help the Resistance be able to eat. Poe and Rey are arguing about a fruit that Rey had on Jakku. During the argument, BB-8 gets taken by insurgents to live on the planet. They must rescue BB-8, and this will force them to have to work together if they want to save BB-8. This is where Rey and Poe must learn to trust each other. It will not be an easy lesson to learn, but it is a valuable lesson to learn. In my rating, I give Star Wars Stories of Jedi and Sith by Disney Lucasfilm Press, copyright in 2022, a 10 out of 10. It was fun and does an excellent job connecting the Star Wars universe and helping to fill plot points that need to be answered. The prequels needed this help, and the stories help to do this. It also does not hurt the original children's sequel trilogy that these stories do this. You understand these characters better than the reader did before they read the book. It does help. This comes with an audio version if a person travels and prefers to do it that way. This book is a fun collection of stories that tell great stories, and the person who reads or listens to them will not be disappointed. Please go to www.america.com and check out my blog. There will be a bunch of blog posts that you can check out on my website. My website has links to other websites such as Patreon. As was mentioned before, you become a patron. Thank you. Please check out my playlist of Star Wars coming up right now. Please check out my review of The Mandalorian Season 2 coming up right now. Thank you. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell to be notified of any videos at the bottom of this video. Please let me cover down the road in the comment section below. Please share this video. You know it's my channel. Remember, don't forget to read, watch, and learn. Thank you.